All right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, one and all, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another edition of the London session team. It's time to get this one on the road. It's actually a valid entry as we speak. But without further ado, guys, good morning, good afternoon, and very good evening, no matter where we are around the world. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another edition of the London session. As always, we're looking at gold. There is currently an M30 interruption entry, guys, and it's running about 25 pips. So hopefully some of you spotted that. It's on the M30. I just did call it out when I spotted it quickly into my members group. So that's a quick little entry, guys. If anyone did take it, hopefully some of my members managed to get involved. But anyway, looking okay. Yeah, looks like I'm just about possibly going to be taken out at break even. I've gone to break even as the stream was starting. But nonetheless, guys, we will take a look at proceedings moving forward, see what we can come up with as per usual on the gold. Guys, you know, drill if you could. Wow, look at that. Nice drop. Fantastic. Right, I've secured some profit, but I'm definitely going to keep an eye on things, so don't worry, guys. Not the end of the day for me. I've already taken another trade earlier during the Asian session as well. Another interruption entry for another win. So killing it, and we'll see again what we can come up with moving forward here today, guys. Don't forget, please though, to smash that like button. All important. And do say g'day in the chat as well, guys. Don't be shy. Any questions, any charts, anything you'd like me to take a look at, please feel free to pop those into the chat. I'll get to you all shortly. In the meantime though, let's have a look at the all important news. And as we can see today, moving forward, let me just refresh this. I think 30 plus pips on the runner at the minute. All right, so high impact news, none of which will be affecting our session here today. Do have some high impact news for the Aussie dollar. Do have obviously ADP, so that's today. I thought that was yesterday. Must have accidentally got it wrong, but that is actually in fact today, ADP. So just be wary of that. Obviously a big news event, plus ISM services PMI. Was that not scheduled for yesterday? I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, there goes my runner. All right, so anyway, that's what we've got ahead. But as always, guys, we've got to keep our finger on the pulse, because anything could break at any point in time when it comes to the news, especially with all the things going on around the world. It's a tough world at the minute. But anyway, guys, let's get into it. Let's start the weekly time frame here and flip back bearish. I mean, who would have thought this, to be honest, off the back of what went on over the weekend and into the week? I think most people were assuming at this point gold will be well and truly at a new all-time high, but we are still currently rejecting on the weekly, forming a bearish candle, a liquidity candle as well. So it's got a higher high, lower low. We're just pulling back ever so slightly though. Current daily, not much of a low week. Previous daily closed bearish, engulfing, and closed below a support. So off the back of that, what we're going to do is marking the current daily low. We're going to see what we've got below that point. We'll also see what we've got above the current daily candle high, if there is to be any potential options above that point there moving forward. On to the 4 hour, have we tapped into support? Yes, you could argue we have. You could argue we've tapped into support. Not only that, but it's also the 5k psychological round number that we tapped into, and we bounced pretty much straight off it, guys, with very little drawdown below that point. And we are now, previous candle closed strong bullish, current candle weak bearish, closure upon it possibly. I mean, off the back of that, price was to begin to break above this pause candle's high and above the current daily high. Does look pretty clean to the left for a potential continuation. We'll mark in this zone to the downside. We'll mark in one in between at this point here, which is the current daily low, and we'll mark in some resistance on the 15-minute time frame. Now onto that particular time frame here, the 15. And all right, so above the current daily candle's high is definitely going to be a level I would really like to get involved in a potential trade. We'll just use that as the zone for the time being. Mark that in blue. All right, so straight off the back, guys, above the current daily candle's high, definitely be considering some continuation buy. So price was to come from this point here, I would preference it triggering in some sellers yet again, trapping those sellers, closing above, retesting, begin to pull away. That to me looked like a very good opportunity to get involved in some buy options. What else have we got though moving forward? So further buys, I'd be looking for the buys upon the pullback. We do have some support around the Asian range low. So if in fact price did even sweep that low, only to pop back above it and provide some sort of price action catalyst, I would also consider my options from back around that Asian range low. So then we'll put the buys above that point there. And we'll see, because it would also make sense. So now it makes sense to buy it lower down. But let's talk about the sells. Talk about potential sells, guys. So again, we are forming within the current weekly candle quite strong bearish. We have in fact put the 15-minute structure back bullish. Got the daily still with not much of a low wick. So are we just now potentially pulling back to grab some upside liquidity in order to make the move back down? Remains to be seen. So I'll be looking to see what levels we could potentially reject. And obviously, first level we'll be looking at is if price popped back up towards that 51.80 region and showed some exhaustion at that point and provided me a price action catalyst from the upside to the downside, I would definitely be considering my options to take a sell from back below, back into the range below, back below the resistance. Look for a sell to take a buy. Further options I'd be looking for, seeing this is we're creating, since creating a high today, we've created a low, lower high, lower low. If we did pop back down again, only to perhaps bounce off similar to the upside in the opposite direction, triggering buyers, trap the buyers, close below. I'd be looking for sells to take price back down below at 5100 region, and that would be another potential sell option in my opinion on the gold here today. So that's what I'll be looking at, guys. As you know, the analysis is the simple part. It's waiting patiently and executing flawlessly is often what is the most difficult part of trading. But as we do, we follow a plan, stick to the rules, and she'll be right, as we say here in Oz. And that is the truth. So that's what we're going to do here today, guys. And let's have a good one. Let's have a look quickly at German 40. There's a chart I prepared earlier. I'm very bearish on it. Personally, I'd rather look for sells. The options would be, well, now it's just slow trickle down. I'd like to look for pullback sells, to be honest. Just remove that zone, or we could adjust it to the Asian range low. But for me, I'd be just looking for any sort of strong catalyst upon any pullback, potentially sell it back down. We do have the current weekly forming strong, very strong bearish. It does still have some range to the downside as well. Daily, just the inside bar candle, but previous daily was a very strong bearish candle. So if we flip and break our own high, maybe that could lead to a deeper pullback. It's a 4-hour swing point though. The 4-hour structure is also bearish. Yeah, so above the daily high could be potential options, just a tad above it actually. You would have also confirmed a structure flip on the M15 back bullish, so that could be a potential option to the upside on German 40, but otherwise I'd just be focused on sells. That is the market update. Well, let's have a good one, team. Wow, look at that now. Oh, geez. My members, I saw it as I was starting the stream. I noticed there was a 30-minute interruption. Looking through the time frames. I don't know if any of you would have managed to get involved. Yes, it's still valid because, well, actually it did tap into the support, didn't it? What are you talking about, the previous resistance? Yeah, I see what you mean, Cal, if you are watching. Probably not, technically speaking, if you've really following the rules, but it did look good. I mean, this candle pretty much had no low wick and just popped straight up. In fact, did it have a low wick? I sworn it didn't have a low wick when it popped straight. Actually, 15-minute, I think it was. All right. Anyway, nonetheless, members, I shall let you in, and I'll say good day to everyone in the chat. Caught the ideal interruption entry with the members on a call yesterday for silver bullet session, I suppose you call it. It was the perfect interruption entry. This one here. It was based off 15. and it was tapping into that level, which lined up with the Asian range low. That to me is the highest probability of any of the interruption entries. That one, we lap it up, and that was a cracking win. I ended up securing 300 pips. It ended up moving, god, wow, look at that, almost 2,000 pips by the looks of it. Probably, yeah, or even more, 3,000 by the time I got to lowest point. I was happy with 300 pips, to be honest, on that one. That was a cracking trade. But that is the perfect interruption. When it lines up with the Asian range low or high, there is none better in my opinion. So that was a trade taken on the members call. And thanks to Josh here today, alerted me to another interruption entry on the gold earlier, which resulted in a nice win as well. Thumbs up. Thanks, mate. That was a nice one. Where was it again? Just here. Yeah, just here, right there, on the delayed interruption. Closed through the actual resistance, which is a good thing as well. Pulled back and literally tapped in and bounced straight off it. So unreal. Hour of the interruption entry. All right, Tony Gold, good day to you. Jim, good day to you. Bartman, give it a like. Yep, appreciate it. Franco, good morning to you, mate. Bigger, hello. Nags, good morning. Brad, good afternoon to you. Michael Hughes, if you are on the stream, please read your emails, my friend. Been a day of interruption entries, to be honest. It's 2 from 2 today. What a week it's been. Fantastic week for me personally. It's been a really, really good week. So Moscow on Lens, good morning to you, mate. Hope you're well.
Morning, Justin.
How's it going, mate?
Yeah, well, thanks. How you doing?
Nice one. Yeah, all good. All good. What are we looking at today?
Say again, sorry.
What are we looking at today? GJ or?
GUI is above the resistance of this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Just here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would prefer this close bearish, to be honest, and then closes above.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for a close above. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't take the, not even really a breakout, but definitely wouldn't take it without it closing above.
Yeah, but I mean, even though it's because it's come from pretty much the daily low, basically. So at least look, if the 5 minute can make a little bit of a pullback and then, for instance, get next to M15 closing above without a pause on a 15-minute time frame, then I think it's still good. But I want it to trigger in some sell pressure. Seeing it's come from 30 pips back.
Kind of just on one of those timelines, yeah.
Yeah, basically, because it's come from about 350 pips. 35 pips back, which is
for GJ is equivalent to 300.
Yeah, literally on gold it is. So. Yeah, but just to wait and see. But been a good day, mate. It's been a great day on the chart so far. Wait and see. Caught a cracking one on the members call yesterday as well, and all going well.
Yeah, that looks unreal. I looked at Discord, saw you posted the trade, and then about 10 minutes later, just run over 350 pips profit.
Yeah, and it went like 2,000 pips in the end. No joke.
Did you hold the whole time?
No. I closed out just at this support, basically, just a bit above the support, and I was already 300 pips.
Okay.
And then it continue down to below 5,000. So entry is at 50 52,279. So wow, look at that. That's like a 280 buck move basically. 8.4 actually was the entry around there. Crazy.
It used to be 280 pip moves, didn't it?
Yeah, 2,000. Yeah, exactly. Nuts, isn't it? With gold and the metals as well, all the different metals. Silver's the same.
I like this current 15-minute on GE. Big closes like this, and then we get one bullish, one bearish, correct, and on the 30-minute after that.
Yep, correct. That would be absolutely ideal. It's also the 1 hour coming to a close. That's rejecting. Yeah, definitely prefer the next candle to close something like that. That would be really nice. Keep an eye on it. Some boss gone lens, the daily interruption candle we marked yesterday worked out. Yeah, you noticed that too. Bounced. Again, a couple hundred pips immediately off it. It did actually drop below it for a bit. I didn't take it. I know, Josh, I know you took it. Mr. IC himself. Peter, afternoon to you, mate. Hope you're well. So you got to come up with some sort of signal service, some notification service that just pings every time there's an interruption candle entry valid on more so gold. Better yet, got to come up with an actual bot for it. That would be amazing. Did some recording today for the new course as well, so that's coming along nicely.
Was that for swing?
Yeah. Just, yeah, for the swing and scalping course. Swing and intraday course, sorry. I mean, for me, a swing is something that goes for longer, and anything that goes for longer than like an hour, that's pretty much a swing for me these days. Holding a trade is not a strength of mine, but keen to give it a crack again. The analysis has been really good. Had to scope through all these pairs earlier today on the side here. None of them are at the minute ready. We had one ready on GA, but it burst straight through to level I was interested in. So that means there would not have been an entry. But yeah, now it's just a bit of consolidation, so I've adjusted the zones a bit. Kyle, good morning to you, mate. Hope all is well. I'll start the TikTok stream. Oh, we have good news. UJ finally at TP, mate. It seems like you've been at things since before Christmas. Honestly, seems like you've been in it for literally forever. So I'm happy you hit your TP. Have a quick look at it. Henry, g'day to you, mate. Yep, looking forward to having you in the team, and always feel free to ask questions and don't be shy. I will be on with you guys again later, and that's the one where most of the guys are more chilled and have a good chat. UJ, so I got a level here on UJ to the upside. I mean, it's at a resistance, but I just don't really have a solid potential entry point from this level. I mean, actually, the buys don't look that bad. I don't mind the buys, to be honest. Not right now, not near ready, but from, not going to give away the full secrets, so that's only for my members. from within this area, put it this way, because it's burst through this level. So to me, it's wiped that zone out. So I'd be more focused on pulling back to form support and for buy options. Back to the gold. So at the minute, we're just waiting for it to pop back up. Look, we'll see. We may be able to come up with something at this resistance moving forward. Oh, feels like it was. Same trade you highlighted about over a week ago. Feels like it was the same trade you highlighted over a week ago. Yeah, I think... I swear it seems like you've been in it for a lot longer than that, to be honest. Unless I'm thinking of a different trade. TikTok, welcome to you guys. Don't be shy to say g'day. Smash that screen for me. Ask questions. If you want me to look at anything in particular, let me know. All right, so what could we look out for from current level? There is no more an interruption. It's already been tapped into. Doesn't look as good on the 30 to look for an entry if it does reject. I mean, you're just pretty much consolidating here on the 30. You're a bit of an arm wrestle here, a strong bearish candle, and it's pretty much being engulfed. Current candle is about to close. 15 is popping back up into an area of consolidation. So if it did reject and we had enough margin, we possibly could look for a sell a tad below the resistance up to that 51.77 to 90 sort of region. But it definitely needs to give me the reason to do so. So I'll need a price action catalyst. Would love for it to pop up a little bit higher. You could mark that point in just now. All right. Michael Hughes. If you're on a stream, let me know, mate. All right, so let's see. So we close with no upper wick here on gold. So there is a chance it could just reject instantly. I don't have a confirmation note to sell off the back of that. It's definitely not strong enough confirmation for me to look for a sell. Just going over yesterday, guys. So if you remember, I did call an interruption entry on stream, but I removed the entry right as it was about to tap in. And look at it in the end, what happened. So the reason why yesterday I didn't take it was because of this. Similar thing happened and it shit the bed, broke through, and eventually this one did the exact same thing. Just so happened to be that it popped up first and would have given enough to consider securing some profit. But that is exactly why. So paying attention to previous examples and stop me from taking that entry. And we got an even better one, much better one later on. How do I do this? All right, Michael, if you are on the call, in the chat, assuming the YouTube chat, I sent you an email, so hopefully that's fixed the issue. Just have a look at that. All right, so this is good. This is fine. We're popping up higher. I'll keep this level in for the time being, because if we did reject to close back below it, that could be the catalyst we want to look for us themselves. But no problem at all if it actually continues up to the level above it, because that is the preferable level I'd like to look for sells from. But I am wary of the fact we are currently at a potential level we could reject, so I will leave that in for the time being. And as we become as it becomes closer to the close of this M15, I'll let you guys know what I'm looking at if it may become valid. All right, TikTok. See if I've missed anything in the chat. Welcome to you all, one and all. Same as you, YouTube. Hope you guys are all doing well. Life with Amy. You're in a buy, okay. You're thinking longs are starting to take over gold? Do I think longs are starting to take over gold? I mean, possibly. We're just range bound at the minute. Current daily's forming quite bullish, but nothing really in comparison to the previous candle. I'm still leaning towards the downside, to be honest, in regards to, you know, the shorter term picture. But those of you who watch me on the regular will know that, you know, I'm extremely bullish long term when it comes to gold. Michael, g'day mate. Yeah, I sent you an email. Because I can't find you on Discord, on even in the free community. I can't find you in there, so I sent you a link that hopefully is giving you permission to just click that link and should be in the group. I'm assuming you got Discord though. If you don't, it will prompt you to create an account. You're in? Nice one. All right, mate. Well, feel free to jump on if you like the call. Just make sure you are actually in there. Still can't see you, mate, to be honest. You might be in the free section. Yeah, I can't see your name up here. Unless I'm blind, but... Look, if you are, even if you're in the free group, just at me and I'll, that way I can add your role easily that way. So just mention me in a comment in the community chat and I can easily add you. Not a problem. All right, gold is still pushing through, so we gotta wait. Let's see, still got over 8 minutes remaining in this candle. Dean took a trade on silver last night. Didn't realize fees were $7 a lot. Only realized when a closed trade, 74 pip profit was only enough to cover half. So won't be. Oh really? Okay. Not that much on A.C.T to be honest, but I'm assuming that All right, no worries. Perfect. All right, I'll have to add your role manually. There you go, mate. Yep, you should have access now to VIP. There you are. Welcome. Gold Sniper produces South Korea market is meltdown. Trading stopped. Heard something about that about a month ago. I think it was. About that will happen. That their economy is really, really bad, and we just don't know about it over in the Western world. So, yeah, I can believe that. Surprised, to be honest, that the markets weren't closed at the beginning of the week as well. Back in the news. Peter talks US might send troops, and well, if that is the case, then I would assume again gold likely gonna get a leg up here, but we've already thought that, to be honest. Dean, thinking about swapping IC. IC is, I mean, spreads are fantastic. I've never had an issue. I know others would say they have. It gets slipped badly the other day. Nothing in comparison to your experience though on that prop firm account, mate. But it's the first time being slipped in ages. Well, I mean, I don't really count a point or 2 points as a slippage, but I was slipped by 5 pips and still took a win on that particular trade. Brandon, target around 51.08. To the downside, yeah, it's not a bad level. The Asian range low. All right, so yeah, mate, how's it going?
Thank you. I'm good.
Good. All good. All good, my friend. Been a good day, so
Yeah, I've seen it. Very good.
productive and profitable, so that's a good one. How about yourself? Looking at anything for the time being, or?
Yeah, I'm looking for maybe some potential buys on GU.
Oh, okay, similar to James. Yep, looking good.
Yeah.
Exactly what I'd want to see. Rejection,
Yeah,
trap the sellers, close above, perfect.
yeah, enough space to there's enough margin.
Yep, exactly.
There's 4 resistance there, and yeah, maybe work it out.
Yep, I like it. As far as price action, that is, oh, it's something I would take every day of the week on gold if it did present. I'd even take it as long as it closed like this. To me, it's still fine.
Yeah. So you took 2 IC trades, so the reason one.
Yep.
I was a little bit, it put me a little bit off to take some sells on gold right now. I'm more, yeah, bullish.
Yeah, that's fair enough. To be honest, did tap in. So, yeah, look, technically speaking, a little bit more risky on that one. Because when it taps into a level, you prefer it on the delayed, but there would not really be enough margin within this range, in my opinion, to look for a clean delayed entry. By the time it chops it down plus back up, you're probably going to have some support in between.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
That you closed at the end.
Yep.
That you secure some profits very early.
Yeah, it tapped in and dropped, basically, and then obviously continued back up. So.
But it's profit is profit.
Exactly. So yesterday is on a members call. That was, yeah, that was really good. Love that trade.
Unfortunately, I missed it.
Yeah, it's just something like you'll get used to the volatility. I mean, it's a bit difficult at the minute. Oh, all right, you're busy, weren't you? Yeah, distracted. Yeah. Always another chance, though.
Yeah. So it's very hard to get on the same level as Josh. So
yeah, he's just constantly onto every single interruption, every single time frame. Like, I don't need to be on the charts during the day. I just need Josh to send in as an IC on gold here. Or right, stop what I'm doing. It's pretty much how it is these days.
So that means don't drink too much beers tomorrow.
Tomorrow, no, because I'm sure it'll be pinging for sure at some point. I see here, I see there. Probably end up explaining trading to someone next to me. Talking about this IC entry. Can imagine it. Likely, but I think I'm sat next to a cousin I've not seen for God knows how long, to be honest. Apparently, but yeah.
Yeah, enjoy it for tomorrow, man.
I will, mate. Got the kit ready. The most important thing now is trying to pick the spray.
Ah, okay.
Way too many. I've definitely got a few in mind, so it's alright. Formal occasion, obviously, so gotta go a little more upmarket when it comes to the fragrance. Gold Sniper Japan stock market going a bit wobbly too. Yeah, it's happening, mate. It's happening across the board, to be honest. US put troops down, Russia and China get involved, mad bastards. Likely. I mean, China's already got a warship apparently in Iranian waters. Have a look at this, guys. If you guys have, I'm not sure if any of you are aware of Glint. This just gives you like to the point breaking news. You can even watch satellite images. You can even bet. They've even got markets you can bet on. Pretty fascinating, to be honest. Not sure if we're gonna strike for this, but who cares? This is like current satellite images, so it's Iran's down, obviously. Unreal.
There are also news within that.
Yeah, it gives you news. And you can bet it's got markets you can bet on, which to me is crazy.
I've seen it yesterday, so it's
crazy. Alright, so this, yep, this candle is about to close. It's closing a little stronger than what I would have liked, but it looks like, let's quickly look at the fib. Yeah, it's closing around the 50. In this case, I really will want it to close weaker. It's closing above the 50. So there is no entry just yet. There's no impulsive entry for me off the back of this candle. And it's a simple rule, because this is suggesting to me it's too strong. Unless it just dumps in the next 10 seconds. We'll keep the fib up just to confirm or not. All right, so yeah, so it's definitely not valid. So off the back of that, I know now what the options are, and just breaks it down, makes it simple, takes the emotion out. If I'm to look for a sell from before price tapping into this level, what I need to see is simply this, preferably engulfing a low, but not necessarily, as long as it's a strong close, at least below the body of the bullish candle. That to me would have wiped out the buyers at a level of interest here to the left, and there would be a high probability, as long as the new candle creates an upper wick, it breaks your catalyst candle low, that we would continue back down to the next support. So that's something I would be looking at. But otherwise, I would still prefer it if it did actually make the move up and tap into this 51, 77 to 90 sort of region. So that's what I'm waiting for. It means in between, there is no trade. What it does is cuts out the emotion and simple plan to follow.
Yeah, GU close to weak to get in.
Oh, right, yep, rejected. But at least waiting for the confirmation. You're not stuck in a trade. Sells don't look that bad as well, the way it rejected.
Yeah, maybe look to the M30. Yeah, but
Yeah, it might be best to wait for the time being. Off and back above now. Yeah, either way now.
yeah, maybe if this will kill the H4 resistance, maybe for cells would be.
Yep, higher up. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, you guys know that's not a trade I would take. Sorry, TikTok. I apologize. Tough when juggling two different chats. Thoughts on Black Bull, Brandon? No experience with him. More done. Do we take profit now or hold on buy? It's up to you, mate. You're at an area of interest, so I'd be definitely managing it by now. Renzi, hey man, if I buy a monthly or annual VIP subscription, does that come with? I don't. It's not really signals, it's trade ideas, and I have been calling a lot more trade ideas of late because it's very hard to actually communicate across for me to type it in quick enough that, all right, there's a signal here, there's a signal there, whatever. So what I do is I call in the trade ideas section. I say, look, we've got a valid interruption entry here on gold, this time frame, that's what it's going to look like. And you guys should know what the interruption entry is, like here as well. Sometimes I just call it in a VIP chat like the one just before the stream today. That's how I do it, because it's just, as a scalper, it's too difficult for me to actually type it in fast enough to say, right, I've secured half at this point. In the meantime, it may pop back up to entry, or do you know what I mean? Like it's difficult. It's really difficult. So you do get entries that I'll call, but I can't manage it for you. That's the thing. I just tell you what I'm looking at, and you guys should know, you know, need to manage at your own risk. Watch oil go to $200 a barrel. Right. Gonna be really, really bad for the world, isn't it? To be honest, when it comes to inflation and that. What's that called? Glint. If you're talking about this website, just look up glint.trade. Something to do with crypto. So you can actually connect a wallet and you can place bets on what's going to happen in accordance to different markets. So it's, they've got the Ukraine war, all this stuff here. They've got even other things I think you can bet on. It's a bit of a crazy world when you can bet on pretty much anything these days. Yeah, Brenzy, sorry mate, I hope that answers your question for you. Steve, g'day to you, mate. What we're going for? I'm looking for sells at the minute based on where we're at, but I hope you're well, brother. Hope you're doing well. Brandon, if this M15 closes below first resistance, what's the go? You're talking about this one. Again, I set the what I wanted to set, what I wanted to do in order to validate an entry. There has to be a strong bearish counter. So basically need to close back below this range, pretty much. Back below my blue zone. Ariel, all good, mate. Hope you're well. Welcome to you. User, what will your 2P set at it short? Well, I'd be probably targeting support at 51.35 would be pretty much the end target. Byron, M1 is bearish. I don't trade the 1 minute time frame. Grid, gold buys from 5,000, doesn't surprise me. Yeah, so TP 51.35 for support. Muzz Tirius, you're with Black Bull? Okay, nice one. Oh, aftershave. Aftershave. think I'm just gonna go a very solid choice with I reckon this is gonna be Boss Bottle Absolute. Stands out, grabs attention. I think it's pretty much a designer or a niche scent from a designer brand. A little bit concerned, the weather's 27 I think, so, but it's in the evening, so it won't be that warm in the evening, so it should be all right. It's 4 o'clock I think it starts, late afternoon, early evening. Oh, I was consuming this Gentleman's Society Reserve Privé. That's a real classy fragrance. A real classy fragrance, boozy, strong whiskey accord. Probably doesn't even have it in that, but that's what it smells to me anyway. It smells really boozy and it's just really gentlemanly. Iris as well, a lot of iris in it, so. But you enjoy yourself, mate. Don't worry so much about all this. You enjoy your break. Mysterious BTC surprisingly holding strong. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised to be honest as well. Usually war impacts crypto only favors precious metals, US dollar and all. Yep, mentioned that at the weekend when things were breaking to my team that I would have thought risk on, such as Bitcoin, Aussie dollar, NZ dollar, some of the majors basically. So anything really against the US dollar would likely fall. US dollar, expect that to go up. There's strength in the US dollar, and same as gold and the metals. But it turns out the US dollar's got a bid, that's for sure. As has Bitcoin, which is very surprising. And gold is, well, it's negative for the week. Bill, good morning to you. Couldn't find my video on IC Marks, it's still on YouTube. Don't think I have a video on. No, I don't have a video on IC, mate. Josh, you go to his your spot. Yeah, I've got it, man. Got the eau de parfum. It's classy, it's good. It's soapy, sort of fresh fragrance. To be honest, the only reason I bought it because it was 30% off. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bothered because I think for the price, I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, to be honest, because it is expensive. But there's no denying it. It is a nice smelling fragrance, that's for sure. Unmasked inspiration. I am new to trading. What kind of advice would you give to a beginner? Have a look at this website before really anything else. Will help you with terminology and how to get started. It's a good one. Free. I think they've got like a free course just on the basics and that as well. So I definitely recommend looking at that. Obviously get yourself a TradingView account. It's also for free. And just learn how to start charting. Familiarize yourself with how it works and play around with the tools and all that. And you need to determine what type of trader you want to be in regards to, do you want to be a swing trader, or, you know, a type of trader that holds their trades for longer, gives it more room to breathe? Or do you want to do what I do, which is scalping, where you're present on the chart looking for your potential entries? Based on, the way I do it is based on price action. So these candles are what provides me my signals. I'll just use a million of these indicators. To me, they just don't make any sense. I just use pure price action at levels of interest. So these are my zones that I've marked in where I want price to reject, respect, or be above or below, and look for a potential opportunity based on my signal within these candles. So again, it's all up to you, what resonates with you. Depending where you are, you got to sign on a broker, download a trading platform, and probably start. If you're a real newbie, I'd start on a demo account, to be honest. But eventually you want to work your way into at least a very small live trading account so you can get the feel of having real funds on the table. Watch the streams on the regular, you'll learn a lot. But also very important to have a plan. Have a plan. Again, Baby Piss will help you with all that. What I mean by all that. And journal all your trades. Very important to journal all your trades. You'll start to pick up on a lot of intricacies in your trading. What works and what doesn't work. A minute, check your story. I'm all good, mate. The website FXM, I'll type it in for you. Forex, goodbye to you. I recommend you get out the hell out of my stream. All right, what's this? Refi? Yes, I did. Yep, and it was a quick win. It popped down pretty quickly and then popped back up. I secured before it popped back up. But it was the 30-minute. So it's kind of pretty much a 15-minute cluster at the same time, but it was actually a 30-minute, which is why I took it. So it was based on that candle. And it popped down, I think it was around 50 or so. I didn't secure the 50. I think I secured, it would have been around 30 or something. And popped up again. But I think I had more than 50. To be honest, I'm not too sure. I didn't, because I was starting to stream at the same time, so I wasn't paying that much attention to it. Just got to break even quickly and secured something. All right, so this 15 is about to close, and there's not much going on at the minute. But what I am seeing is it looks like we are potentially exhausting at the current level. Still will require the exact same catalyst really on the next M15. So we still want to see a strong closure, such as something like this, preferably back below this range, and that would be our cue to look for a sell. So there is no entry just yet, still on the goal. Look at the 5-minute. 5 minutes got a little bit of support here. Would have been nice if this can drop a bit more. You've got a potential evening star pattern, but my issue with that is it's above this resistance and it's not tapped into that zone. To sell it from that point, I would still consider it. But the fact that it's actually closed back above the resistance and formed, I don't like it. It would have needed to have happened back in this area. And then I would have, off the back of that, considered it for sure. So we'll keep this level in for the time being, so we are trying to respect it.
Unfortunately, Gio made the move.
Oh wow, look at that. Jesus. Is there an interruption? No, I was gonna say if there is one on the 30. Got a delayed one here on the 15. It's not bad because it lines up with some resistance.
You mean the Asian high?
No, all of that.
No, no, sorry.
Yeah, that could present. No, I'm talking about this.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep an eye on the Asian high?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's closing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's closed above it. I'm asked inspiration. If you don't mind me asking, what strategy do you use? Like a simple overview strategy. It's pure price action, mate. So the best way to explain it is, well, actually the best thing you can do is pretty much just rewind to the start of the stream, where I do my analysis and point out or draw in my levels, and I explain exactly what I want, where I want price to be. And when price is at those levels, I look to these candles for my signal. So price action, pure price action. Look for rejection candles, for instance, similar to that. Look for engulfing candles. Look for what we call the interruption candle entry. This. That turns into a limit order. That. Into that. Just have to watch, mate. There are many different ways to go about it, but it's all pure price action. Extremely strict and disciplined trader. EQ clips, doji, yep, but it's above the resistance here. And to me, it's not giving me any signal at the minute. So I'm waiting for a double top. Fair enough, yep. Brandon, interruption is a pause within price action. So one candle pause. So that is an interruption. And if you join and watch on the regular, you'll pick up on it quite easily. It's a very simple trade, to be honest. It's really easy to follow the rules for it. And it's so profitable and probable. Mo Lion, I already have one entry or two entries today. One at the very beginning of the YouTube stream, which was actually when I started the stream. Price tapping into this interruption. That was perfect. So look at it here. It looked like it dropped. Taps in. Is that 30 close or? No, it's a bit low down. So by the looks of it here, it was about 55 plus pips minimum on the table on that entry. But again, I was secured and out of it by then. Josh gave 90. Oh, okay, nice one. Be happy with 90 pips a day, wouldn't you? Not a bad result, that would be. Alright guys, it'll be 1 minute. BIP VIP H911. All good, mate. Hope you're well. If you're an old viewer who hasn't been around for a while, apologies if I don't know who you are. The YouTube have changed the way you appear. You guys appear. You've got it shows now your handle as opposed to your whatever your profile name is or whatever on YouTube. So it threw me off for a while. Did that last year at some point. For 15 minutes. Oh, well, missed it. To be honest, it's easy enough for me to say afterward, yes. But it is a pretty strong catalyst, to be honest, because it has closed. My resistance would be that point. You've definitely closed above it. You've definitely tapped into some wicks here to the left. Not a bearish one, but definitely the bullish one there. Yeah, it's easy for me to say after the fact, but something I would consider. 5 minute, if not had the retest on that though, but it has definitely tapped into that wick. Strong catalyst, that's for sure. Really strong. Have a look at silver. What's that up to? Slowly trickling back up. It actually is bullish in the 15 here. That does look pretty good above the Asian range high. But often, as I mentioned in the past, often this sort of trickle back up after a big impulse down is met by another waterfall. So it remains to be seen. I won't be really bothering with silver, to be honest. The spreads are crazy on it for the most part. If I did not retest the resistance, I do not take. Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. Yeah, and if it's not perfect, you no need to take it. You know, you're patient enough, you eventually get a better quality entry. The giggles, yeah, I'm sure. And what these smartasses do, they block me, so I can't see them, but they can see me. They can unblock me when they want, steal my content, and claim to be me. So once again, guys, if anyone does approach you, claim to be me, send you messages to sign up here and there, send you whatever, and I guarantee you to turn that into millions for you. Block them straight away, because I will never ever initiate contact with you guys. I always say to you guys, if you're more than welcome to message me, even just to say hello. I appreciate, the fact that you guys take time out of your day to message me, and I will always reply. That's the only way to know. Just block them straight away. It's definitely not me. I do my best to keep an eye on it, but every time I report it, nothing gets done. TikTok reckons they're not in violation of anything. Isaiah, thank you for the stickers. Brandon, thoughts on NAS? Assuming it'd be quite bearish. Got time. Gold is not going anywhere at the minute. So weekly, so lower high, lower low, big gap to the downside in this provider. And a strong level of support though. That's why it could possibly be bouncing off it. You can see here in a daily, we're tapped in. We're just consolidating here in a daily. Really no clean direction. Inside bar candle, previous daily was a bearish candle, low high, low low to previous one, but prior to that. 4 hour structure here is bearish. Be focused on that as the most recent resistance. Be focused on this as the most recent support. Below it, you're running to another level. So not necessarily probably the best idea to look for sells below support. Probably be better off looking for it upon a pullback. Now, the 15 minute, I would argue could be technically about to flip bullish, but without it tapping into this support yet, I'd be a little bit concerned that it may do so. So even if you're about to take a buy, then it turns over and comes crashing back down. So I would wait preferably for a pullback sell, where it be from really anywhere within. You've got multiple levels here. I'd just be looking for some sort of confirmation to sell it back down. That's how I'd be playing as. To me, it doesn't look great. If I was to look for a buy, I'd rather it confirm the structure flip just here, pull back down, tap into that support, and then I'd be looking to buy it from support. Wow, it's just open as well, so it's engulfing at the minute, but plenty of time. Josh was on Discord the other day. First I've seen deleted from straight. Oh, really? On, yeah, Discord, I keep an eye on that pretty much every day. I look at it to see if there's any profiles, fake profiles of me in the free community. Unless they pop up in the free group, there is no way of me controlling it, because as soon as I see him in a free group, I just boot him. Neto can enter sell if you like. I'm waiting. $100. That's what I'll call you. Amazing info. Thank you, mate. Brandon, all good. JS, how high is TP? Not in it by at all. I'm not in any trade at the minute. Caramel macchiato. Caramel macchiato. Where's my risk to reward? Generally speaking, I need to at least have enough margin for 1-to-1 before there is any minor support or resistance encroaching, but for the most part it's more than that. But it doesn't mean I'm securing at that point, because I secure where I see fit. Sometimes it's a lot less than that. Yesterday it was quite a bit more than that, to be honest, on the call with the members. It's just each trade is different, and it all depends where we are. We're trading within a range, into clean traffic or not, and what sort of margin we've got to target. It's gold, all right, looking a bit better here. Let's have a look at the 5-minute as well. But you really want a strong close the next minute and a bit, because otherwise what I'm seeing is potentially we are rejecting this resistance to the left, and we could still pull back up to tap finally into the resistance higher up. So you got to be a little bit careful with it, guys. Just another bearish candle for me will not suffice. I need a strong bearish candle. Want it to be below the 5-minute support. And at that point, we're going to be very close to be back below that resistance. So we got just under a minute. Let's just keep an eye on it. And look at it now. Flipping back bullish. All right, so it looks like it's not going to become valid just yet. Really respecting these wicks here to the left. So again, nothing impulsive is on the cards at the minute. Need to patiently wait for confirmations. Rafi, I mentioned that before. Technically, probably shouldn't have, but it's up to your comfort as well, to be honest. But no, technically speaking, I mean, it is one of the rules. On the continuation one, which this one was, this is the continuation interruption. So this is the counter that confirms it, and this is the counter that triggers you in. That is the continuation. So generally speaking, it can't tap in, but I took it, and it was a win. So all good. But yeah, you are right. The delayed, I prefer it to make a deeper move and then pull back. All right, so it looks like we may still come back up. Let's wait and see. Brandon, pretty much Monday to Thursday, and Friday it's trying my best to go on a call for the members. JS, when am I thinking to enter? When I get the signal to enter. No idea when. The last 2 days, it's happened on the members call after the stream, where we've got the better signal, the proper signal we're waiting for. And are both winning trades. Yesterday's one was an absolute classic. VIP. Where am I from? Oz. as EQ Clips mentioned. D3 Generate Gamer. Hey, knowing my luck, I just know the day I copy one trades, it will be 38th loss. Don't say that, mate. Don't jinx it. VIP, same. Golly's wild. Yeah, it is, mate. Just gotta be strict and careful with it. Emma Carvey. Emma Visa. Trying to see the entry time frame is not clear. Maybe adjust the settings on your side of things. Maybe if not got it set to, you should be able to watch in full HD, I think, at least. Not 4K, maybe. See his beautiful face. XAUUSD. It's a 15-minute time frame at the moment, so there you go. Stack, do you flow SRC? SRC? What does SRC stand for? Excuse my ignorance. I think you mean follow. I follow A.C.T, that's what I do, mate. Junior Adonai by look at 1H4. Fantastic, and you do your thing, mate. I hope you are in a buy and I hope it's going well. FXM link is on my under my bio, so in the profile page, mate. It's a bot link. It's got the link to everything there. JS, how high do you think gold could rise through? Short term? Short term perspective? I mean, I reckon we could, if we begin to pop above some previous support here, which lines up with current daily high. What was that? Previous daily high? Current day's high. Then we could be, you know, the highs of the week could be back on the cards, to be honest. But otherwise, short term, we do have some minor resistance in between. I believe the level around 5,300 for a few reasons. A psychological round number, plus it does line up with some accumulation here to the left, so it could be a level price does react to. But otherwise, my belief is gold will get to well beyond 10k. Not saying it's happening this year or anytime soon, but who knows, to be honest. Henry, do you zoom all 3 sessions? No, mate. Don't have time for that. Plus NY is midnight my time at the moment, so not up at midnight. Not sure, I think it dropped out. If you're watching on YouTube or TikTok, mate, no, I jump on, generally speaking, about an hour or an hour and a bit after this session with the members, with you guys. That pretty much is always given for Monday to Thursday. And if I jump on a call Friday, it's actually for London Open. Jonathan says bye. $50, you're in buys from 51.10. Nice one. L, what's your prediction for today with PMI coming? No idea. I won't be training it. And I think gold just does what it wants, really, regardless of news for the most part. Yes, it will initially impact gold, but a lot of time just ends up back where it started and trending in the same direction as to what it was trending in prior to it. So I don't predict news. No idea. I won't be on the charts for it either way. I suppose that's a good thing about being here in Oz. You pretty much miss all the high pack news overnight. the MI session for anyway for those in the southeast. Jonathan, he'll break the high for sure. Watch, maybe, mate. We'll see. Ravine, how long? 9 years. Some bus gold lens, strong resistance. Imagine gold hitting 10k this year. Imagine it, mate. Look, I wouldn't say it can't happen, honestly. It's very far-fetched, but who knows?
I quite like the level at which GU is currently forming support.
Forming resistance or
resistance, sorry, yeah, just
yeah.
lines up with that.
Yeah, it is perfect level. What's your idea for both sells and buys? You're looking at options, or?
I feel like it's just so bullish. I'd like to see the next hourly. I'd like to see this close just above, and the next hourly form weak bullish, and then
weak bearish.
Take buy a weak bearish, sorry, and then buys on the break of that candle.
That's a good idea if it happens.
Yeah.
So like this. So this hourly basically closing there, and then you get the first 715 closing all red.
I mean, I was
like that.
The hourly's closed bullish. It's been such a closed bearish because it's been such a strong move from the low.
Yeah, it has been.
Similar to what we were saying this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty straight push up on the M30. There's a good chance that we reject and end up closing below either way. Let's see. Henry, while you dropped out, I did answer your question. No, I'm not. I don't do more 3 sessions, as I don't have time for it. But generally speaking, I jump on usually about an hour after the end of this stream, sometimes a little bit later than that, sometimes a little bit earlier than that, Monday to Thursday. And then Friday, if I jump on any call whatsoever, it's a members only call. And it's for London session. I did one last Friday. It tends to be every second Friday, pretty much. Won't be able to do it this week though. I don't have any time for it this week.
Yeah, you're away tomorrow on Friday, aren't you?
Yeah. I'll have my phone. I'll be a few beers down tomorrow, so still the same person, just a little more loose. So that's all. Just we'll go 10 lots today. We'll just up the bloody risk by 50% or whatever, more 100%, 200%, whatever it is. All good, Henry. Let's just go full margin. How about that? Gonna risk it for the biscuit. Very gold to push up during London. We'll see, possibly. EQ clips. Look, no idea because we won't have confirmation until it actually happens, but we do remain below its resistance. And I do believe at some point there's probably a high chance of coming back to the support here at 51.35. At the minute, we're just wedged between most recent resistance and one up ahead. We've not quite tapped into the one up ahead. And it's struggling at the minute. We're coming to London Open. There is still... This is just nasty. Honestly, in all that, to me, there is absolutely no confirmation of anything. Alright, Daniela, don't take this wrong, I'm not singling out you. Well, I am because you mention it, but don't worry about the DXY and gold. Don't worry about, because at the very beginning of the week, what was gold doing? What was DXY doing? I'm talking about Monday. They were both pushing bullish. How often does it happen? I'm one of the only streamers, if not the only streamer you'll hear mention it. Don't worry about the DXY when you're trading gold. Again, I've mentioned this in the past too. One of the economists I follow on YouTube and watch pretty much all these videos. He said the same thing, and I couldn't believe when he said it. I'm like, finally, thank you. Someone said what I've been saying for years and years. DXY is crocker shit when you try and trade gold. Do not use it as confluence when they're inversely correlated. It's bullshit. You're better off just looking at EU, in all honesty. You're better off looking at that. If you know EU is going up, then it's likely going to be less strength in the DXY. Likely. So at the same time, gold is actually moving up a little bit. It's rejecting at the minute. But EU is the most liquid pair aside from the US dollar.
Daniels gets rid of nitrite in your body or something.
Who's unmuted? Oh, Josh.
Josh.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I tried to mute you all for a second. I think I'll finally get the right one. Yeah, so I don't look at DXY. I think you don't need to. Silver with gold, yeah. But what you'll find is silver sometimes will take the lead and gold will follow. So the minute silver looks pretty good for a sell. Other times it'll be gold that takes the lead. For the most part it's gold, but actually of late silver has been making the moves ahead of gold a fair bit. Silver moves with more volatility because it's a smaller asset class, so it's easier to move. Bigger percentage moves. But again, I wouldn't even worry about that, to be honest. I do actually use it when I look for longer term entries on silver. I do use that correlation. I look at gold to see what level it's tapping into. And if it is tapping into a high time frame support, for instance, and I'm looking to buy silver, that adds confidence to my entry. But when it comes to scalping, I don't worry about it. Nor do I worry about what I just mentioned, looking at EU. I just look at gold itself. Rummy, bro, you were right. Yesterday, London session, sell gold. Yeah, what happened? That's why I removed the order in the end. I was happy I did, but in the end, you could have secured some profit prior to it dumping. But for those who, you know, came at me saying you should trust your analysis, I did, but there was a reason to remove the order, and it was justified because it shit the bed about 5 minutes later. Alright, so we are approaching London Open here, and we still remain above the support, above the resistance. Not a great deal I can do with it at the minute, to be honest. XAUUSD only, sell or buy, so nothing at the minute. Yes. You've got that price action catalyst, weak bearish close, suggesting it's perhaps grab downside liquidity. You do have some margin to the upside. So decent lower wick. Remembering it is London Open. Let's quickly look at 1 hour. It's a big push though, brother. But you do have that reset, that's for sure. So it definitely makes sense if you take it. To be honest, I would rather it back at support if it were me. Alright, session open, and we are nothing on gold, just waiting. Rami, yeah, sell with London yesterday. It was great analysis, and you were so right about moving by limit. Thank you, mate. I do appreciate it. Reader, we'll retest the Asian high, possibly. VIP, do you live in Sydney or Melbourne? If yes, what time does London session start and ends? In New York, what time does it start, end? Sydney, Melbourne time. Melbourne, mate. So London Open is now 7 PM. When it closes, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, but when NY opens, that is midnight at the minute. So that's why I don't trade it. It's too late for me. Soon though, when the clocks shift, it'll be better. NY Open will be at 10 PM. London will be at 5 PM. Asian will be at 10 AM. Tokyo Open at the moment is 11 AM. Shanghai Open 12 AM. That usually brings the noise. Those two open times. Don't worry so much about closures and that. Asian session is, I think, just closed, or is it? Yeah, no, in 1 hour. Daniela, thank you, sir. I'm a beginner, 3 months, trying to learn already. Bought proper count. Okay, jumped in pretty quickly into proper count. I wish you all the best with it. Just be very careful, because these challenges are designed for failure. It's the truth, because that's how they make money. And when you profit from it, when you pass it, and especially when you have a big account, and when you're due a payout, they don't want to pay you out. That's what happened with me. That was my experience. So they come up with some bullshit excuse why they shouldn't be paying you out. KWS multimedia, if we don't get an entry now, London session, London season won't give us any. London session always moving sideways. So look, it has been for how long? But again, just means you need to be very strict and patient. And eventually, so happens to be the case this week, all the entries present usually an hour or so after it. VIP, fair enough, all good. When will that happen? Time changes, so daylight savings for us ends, I think, was it the end of this month or first week of April or something? Clocks change, I think in the UK, I think someone mentioned towards the end of this month. That will mean it goes to 6 PM open for a bit. And yeah, I'm not too sure when the clocks actually change, to be honest. Sometime later this month or the beginning of April. Tory's Way, is it selling or buying at the minute? It looks like it could be selling, but I don't yet have the confirmation. I need to wait for this candle to close. Reason being, because look at this, 1, 2 candles have tapped into these wicks to the left, this zone, and rejected. Current candle is attempting the same thing. So I'm not going to tempt fate and sell it just now, or sell stop back into the range below, because there's a good chance this could do the exact same thing and flip back bullish, and we've not yet tapped into this resistance. The price could potentially do that still, and if it melts now, it's fine. I need to accept it. It's not my move, and I would need to reassess. But that is simply what I'm waiting for. Not jumping in here. Let's see it move. There is no FOMO. Would not care less at the minute. All good. Not even anything of quality on the 5, in my opinion. Waiting for the 15. That was the plan all along, and that's what I'm still sticking to. VIP, you're in short positions, been in for almost 45 minutes. Entry price 51.80.9. All right, nice one, mate. Pretty much, yeah. I'm not sure what broker you're using, but if it's 45 minutes ago, you must have popped up a fair bit higher than what the level is here. But well done, nonetheless. And it's melting. All good. See where this candle closes. No P3J. For truly best live trading, look up the... Fair enough. And goodbye to you. No, don't add as moderator. My analysis for today. So I'm looking for sells from below this resistance / support, but I need to wait for the confirmation here. Here we are. Now they're all coming on YouTube. All these scumbags, bottom feeders. Not the general chat, I'm talking about the Forex King and best free knowledge. Getting buys now. Mate, you said it was going to burst straight through it, and look at it now. So I do, again, mate, you should know by now. I couldn't give a shit what you say. You telling me what to do, I do what I do. And why should I not do what I do when, again, my win rate is 80% and I've been killing it. Taken four trades, I think it is this week. 4 cracking trades, all beautiful wins. 4 or 5, I don't know, not taking a loss though. Because I follow my plan. And signals from Josh mentioning there's an interruption candle entry. Good to see the members are on the ball. Oh man, you freaking pricks. Can you bugger off already? Seriously, bugger off. Don't worry, you're coming to the wrong stream for that because my guys aren't daft enough to do something stupid as that. So just bugger off, go to someone else's stream, you freaking morons. Again, TikTok, YouTube, I'm talking about this idiot on YouTube who keeps popping up trying to promote some group. So not you guys stay. Some boss gone lens because they're desperate, that's why. Oh, for fuck's sake, seriously. Guys, fuck off. Honestly, you bottom feeding scumbag. Oh, okay. Got a warning on TikTok for that. All good. Where are my moderators? Jim? Yeah, it'd be much appreciated if you could hit the like button. Telling you, you're spamming the wrong freaking stream. Seriously, because my guys aren't stupid. So bugger off and go annoy someone else. And gold is dropping. Fancy that for it. Yep, exactly, guys. You let him have it. Fuck's sake, seriously. You honestly think that people are going to actually jump across and pay for some stupid signal service? You think they're that daft? You guys must be, honestly, you must be born yesterday or something. Seriously, this is bloody annoying. Yeah, Carl, if you could, because they're relentless, these idiots. Alright, cluster interruption up here. That could be the play. Yeah, that could be the play. Because what I'm seeing is the 15 is going to close strong bearish. Now, we could within it still pull back. So the level we could pull back to is the low of that bullish candle. only to reject and end up closing the 30-minute a strong bearish candle. So the evening star entry point potentially could be the level where we could look for an entry from. The low of that candle on my broker is 51.6303. And the stop loss would have to be back above that candle's high, which is about 100 pips, which for gold is the norm at the minute. I'll report them, man. You guys report them if you can. I've tried. Trevor, no idea. Just some scumbags. That's what they are. Yeah, you guys, if you could report them, do so. It's probably a bot or some shit. Don't buy when it's dropping now, you save it free. Of course, of course. Sufi, it's going to be a buy. Looking for sales, to be honest. Paul, thank you, mate. Sufi up to hit 51.15. Yeah, potentially. Be extraordinary. Be you. Extraordinary. You find it easy in trading side ranges? Yeah, nothing wrong with that, to be honest. Find it easy if you follow the plan. So I'm looking at potential interruption on what we call, it's kind of the cluster, to be honest. Refiner and GJIC buys. Okay, so I'm assuming it's tapped into something. Not quite. Oh, actually it may have. Yeah, wow. Nice one. Nice one, brothers. Looking good. Brian TYMI. No, just the 15 upwards. So not only the 15, I look at the 30, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, even the 2 hour sometimes. Daily. M5, I have taken it before, but I don't feel comfortable. I don't trust it. Alright, so about to set a limit order sell. And the entry will be set at 51.6303. $516 3.03. Got no upper wick. Interesting. Not tapping into anything though that should really concern me all that much, to be honest, so still going to keep it in. Grind, all good. Mr. Hus1, what do you think about buys from 51.40? I'd want a little bit lower if it were me. The next support, 51.35 roughly. Tim, let's go out on the screen here, 51.6303. Stop loss back above what I call the interruption candle, the bullish candle here. Already been saying game buys here, there, everywhere, so Mr. Huss, yeah, I'll need to fix all that. Sorry, mate. You can find the links in the description below either way. No problem, mate. Brett, who said everywhere? Mate, you've been saying it's going to burst straight through the resistance. It's pulled back, and he's saying buy it lower down. It's done that. Anyone could say that, mate. M. Herbert above the bullish candle. Gian, thank you for sharing a live. Now let's see if it will tap in. Sometimes it gets close and then rejects before it. Oh shit, like what it's doing now. Wish that would have tapped right. It's tapped into the actual zone, but not the interruption. And it's currently rejecting. So the idea seemed to be right, but it looks like it could be rejecting just a little bit below that level. Mr. Huss, I can't see it, mate. If you're trying to type or send in a link, I will not be able to see it. It won't show up on my end. You need to basically copy and paste your chart onto a new page. And then just what you need to do is this code at the end of it from the X to the N, just copy and paste that into the chat and I'll be able to look at it. Check on my chart. 551.40. You're already in a buy or you're looking to buy it from that place, that level, TP 51.51. Look, it's hard for me to give you a thought on it because I don't know what your reason is. Look at that, man. Yeah. Look at that. The idea is correct, guys. Sometimes it tags in, sometimes it doesn't. So close. I'm gonna remove it now. Because if we pull back again, then I believe perhaps we would just grab downside liquidity in order to make a high low to make the move back up to this resistance. So I'm removed it. I wanted to get tagged in just then. EQ, yeah, look, some of the guys do that. Some of the guys just will enter it just a tad before it taps in, because what we've seen a fair bit of late is sometimes it pulls up just before the interruption. The M5. All right, so let me look at the M5. 40, you're saying, so that lines up with this to the left. To be honest, I'd still be focused on a level lower down, 35. If it were me, the way I trade, I looked at thinking these are your levels here. You've got that there, 51, 48 to 46, and below that you've got 51, 34 to 32 roughly, and even lower, to be honest. That's on the 5 minute, that's what I see. So unless you see something different, which you probably do, and you probably got reason for it, you've asked for my opinion, that's what I've been looking at. Ah, look at that. The red wick. Yeah. Again, it's not, I don't see it being valid with any of the trades I take, but you may have another reason for it. So yeah, look, again, you're asking my thoughts. I don't really see that being as a level of interest for me. Doesn't mean it can't work though. Carl, would I consider same trade but an M30? No, because it's not valid in M30. It's not an interruption though. You use it? No, 5% rate? Oh, fantastic, mate. Let's continue to use it. I know for it, I know, because you never lose. So your broker is 62.48. Oh, that candle itself. Well, if that was your entry, and look, if you, no, you wouldn't have got tagged in, never got that high. Have a look at the 5 minute here. Well, JJ, Refi, did you secure some profit? Looked like you would have had at least 20 pips or so. On GJ should be enough. Alright, so gold, I mean, it's happy interest now, if anyone did keep the order in. So, he didn't tag. Karima? No, I was looking for a sell. Here before it goes viral, you'll buy gold today. Fair enough. Break even fire, okay. Fair enough, mate. What broker? Type in the chat. Let's go above 63 and then below again. Then sells above 63. Okay, so there's resistance, fair enough. Glad I removed that order, to be honest. Because again, I look at it thinking, well, the first attempt got close, and then we already had a lower wick. Don't forget, guys. Then it popped back down, flipped back, bearish credit, lower low. If it's to do that, that's just me. Perhaps if it was to flip yet again back up, maybe it's just grab downside liquidity in order to make, as I said before, the move back up to this resistance. So yeah, you would have been stuck in a bit of drawdown and be back around the entry though. Mr. Haas, yeah, everyone sees the market differently. That's the beauty of trading. VIP, you fumbled. Didn't have to take profit. I was up 1k USD. Now I'm at break even. Yeah, you should have a plan, mate, in profit in drawdown. There's a secondary on the IC candle body. Yeah, still I'm not, I've not yet begun to take those entries, but paying a little bit more attention when you mention it, Josh, to be honest. And that's where it's actually tapped into this time. So I'm assuming you may have taken entry at that point. Starts your own cells, good luck. Nice rejection now. This is looking better. We'll wait and see because this closes weak, bullish guys. Still may have a setup on the next M15. Didn't you prefer clean us up? Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. Now the issue will be stop loss again. So what you need to do is wait for new accounts create decent upper wick and look to sell as it breaks the low. Now to confirm whether or not it's going to be valid, we need to use the fib here. Wrong way around. Always do it. So in this case, I would say the 50 would be all right. Reason being is because it lines up that resistance. So if we can close weak, bullish, back below the blue zone here, seeing we've tapped into the level above it, that would suggest to me we've grabbed upside liquidity. And if we were to break the low of this candle on the following candle, there's a high probability we could actually complete the move down. It would all come down to stop loss. So we need the new candles to create a decent upper wick, but not a huge one. Begin to reject and look for a sell stop below of this potential catalyst candle. So I'm gonna line it up just in case. Now the entry would be a couple pips below low of this bullish candle. So that's 51, 52, 44, 51, 52, 10 roughly. So we gotta wait 2 minutes. Daniela, today manipulated. Yeah, I mean, it's just not flowing today. It's mainly consolidating. But the candles are yet again quite big. Mr. Haas, I'm starting to think that maybe you're in here for the wrong intentions. So fantastic, I'm happy. But just be humble, mate, because you could get the markets can humble you just as quickly as you can make it. So all good, I'm happy for you, but just chill a little bit. All good, mate. So we want this to close. We don't want this to start closing back above or back in the zone, because it's going to be too strong of a bullish candle that's to happen. So set up line with mine, all good. Let's wait and see. Want it to close weak bullish below this point. And it's not gonna happen. All right, well, so what I would be looking for is this in process of well, just waiting for data prints to reassess. As simple as this. So I'd be looking for in the next candle, and if it's this, I'd be looking for this, the limit order. They're your options, guys. That's what I'd be looking at. Otherwise, as I stated earlier, buys back lower down and would preference it back at 51.15, that sort of region, or back above the highs at 51.90. That's what I'd be looking at. So that's what I'll be waiting for, possibly with the members shortly, in about an hour or so from now, guys. An hour 15 or so, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's close too strong. So all good. It's a choppy session, guys. London has been shit house, but again, did have trade right at the beginning of the YouTube stream. You can't tell when it's going to happen. You just got to wait patiently for the right, entry. So guys, take care. Won't be on tomorrow, won't be on Friday. Hi members, I will see you guys soon. TikTok, YouTube, have a good one. All the best. Take care. I'll see you guys. Yep, see you guys later on. All right, YouTube, TikTok, thank you. Mr. Haas, bye to you, by the way. I knew you were a scammer. So you won't be seen on this channel again. Alright, YouTube, TikTok, thank you. Take care, guys. All the best. Cheers.